The smaller end of the SUV segment is growing rapidly, with established players like the Mazda CX-3 and newcomers too, like this here, the Ford Puma. The CX-3 has had substantial updates throughout the years and still manages to dominate this segment, while the Puma is fresh and packed with technology. So, reigning champ versus newcomer. We thought we'd see if the Mazda CX-3 could see off the latest hot model in the light SUV segment. Firstly, let's talk numbers. The Ford Puma we've got our hands on is the base variant and carries a starting price of $29,990 plus on-road costs. Our tester comes fitted with the $1,500 optional parking pack, $2,000 optioned panoramic sunroof, and prestige paint in Desert Island Blue at $650, bringing the total cost to $34,140. Our test model Mazda CX-3 is the Maxx Sport LE, which is one of the more affordable variants in the range, with pricing starting at $27,640 before on-roads. Ours is optioned with machine grey metallic paint, bringing the total to $28,135. So the Mazda is the more affordable option, which may make the decision easy for some, but Ford has come in strong with a long list of standard features to sweeten the deal. These include satellite navigation, wireless phone charging, auto high beam, rain sensing wipers, LED ambient interior lighting, digital radio, and some nifty LED puddle lamps which display a Puma cat. There are also 17-inch alloy wheels, as well as swanky massage seats. The entire CX-3 range comes standard with safety kit, including autonomous emergency braking and 6 airbags. This Mazda Sport LE also gets blind spot monitoring, native satellite navigation, and a set of 16-inch wheels. Other standard highlights include tan grand luxe suede-like material and pure white Maztec leatherette upholstery, gloss black side mirrors, and front grille. I'm inside the Puma and I have to say it is quite a pleasant place to be. First up, it is light and bright thanks to that optional panoramic sunroof. Whether or not you want to spend the extra $2,000 is completely up to you, but I know that I could easily get sucked into this option once sitting in it on the showroom floor. But overall, the cabin looks really fresh and modern, and Ford has done a really great job at hiding away any nasties, and especially here on the door with this cloth which is used throughout on the seats, and I think it looks like a pretty cool style throughout. It does feel a little bit narrower in this center console area than the Mazda CX-3, which we'll show you soon, but the trade-off is the larger door bins. There is plenty of storage in here for an SUV of this size. You get really good sized cup holders that fit a bottle of this size. This can also fit in the door bins. There's an extra spot in the middle of the cup holders as well. This is a pretty generous size, a center console, and a decent sized glove box as well. Now there is an extra little cubby here if you're not using the wireless charge, but really nifty that an SUV of this price point has a wireless charger. Speaking of charging, another USB port here. You've got a 12-volt plug here and a USB-C inside the glove compartment also. Seats are really comfortable too. I love this riding position, and there's extra bolstering around the sides. And for longer trips, I just found that they were really comfortable seats to be in for long periods of time. But overall, I think the space, the comfort, the style, they really ticked all those boxes in here. So well done to Ford. There's also an 8-inch touchscreen with Ford's Sync 3 system, which is simple to use. There is also the option of Apple CarPlay and Android Auto for those who prefer it. Ford Pass Connect is also standard on the Puma, which allows an owner to check various car systems via a simple mobile phone app. It tells you where your vehicle is, unlocks the car, and even checks the health of your vehicle and displays live traffic feeds. It's easy accessing the back seats thanks to the large door aperture, and there's pretty decent space for passengers back here. Sure, headroom isn't major for taller occupants, but legroom is more than enough for a city SUV. Door bins are still generous, and there are seat back pockets plus a small cubby on offer too. There are no rear air vents or charging ports though. For families, 2 ISOFIX mounting points are fitted. One thing that irked me a little is the fact that the back windows don't go down all the way. I'm now inside the Mazda, and initial thoughts, this looks and feels really plush inside. The leather look seats and the leather wrapped steering wheel certainly give it more of a premium feel. There are concerns around how well this fabric would wear, and while it does all look nice on first glance, look a little bit closer and you can see the basic design's age. The dials are pretty archaic, and this infotainment screen certainly looks really tired. Just on this fabric and the color in particular, I mean, it is personal choice, but I can see myself getting this pretty dirty pretty quickly. Now, the center compartment, I did tell you a little bit earlier that it's a lot wider than the Puma. They've done a really great job making this all usable space. Lifting this up here, there are actually 3 different areas. So you can fit a really big cup in here. There's another spot for a cup holder, and then another slot in the back as well. It's also really flexible because you can take this part in and out. Another spot in the door bins, and then a little cubby area here. No, it's not for wireless charging. This doesn't have a wireless charger, but you do get 2 USB ports, a 12-volt plug, and then an SD card. Other than that though, they've done a really great job in the way of storage. This is all such usable space, and the seats are actually really comfy. There's no bolstering along the side here, but as I said, they are wide enough, they are comfy, riding position is good, and overall they get a really good tick for the interior storage and the practicality in here. The Mazda has a 7-inch colour touchscreen, which includes Mazda's older generation MZD software. It's an easy system enabling touch and input via the rotary controller. Again, it just looks a little old-fashioned. But this system can take Apple CarPlay, Android Auto functionality, though you must connect your phone with a cable. In the back, it's tight. With my seat in the driver's position, I struggle to have decent legroom. Headroom is okay though, but more suited to children or shorter adults. I'm 173 centimetres. No niceties in the back except for door bins, and for families there are 2 ISOFIX mounting points. Just like the Puma, the back windows don't go all the way down, but the door aperture is also really decent. No air vents or charging ports, but you do get a seat back pocket behind the passenger, and unlike the Puma, there's a flip down armrest with 2 cup holders. No matter what car you choose and how big it is, boot space is always important, whether you're using it for daily shopping trips, picking up the kids from school, or weekends away. And in this case, it's the Puma that takes out the boot size prize. Boot capacity for the Puma is rated at 410 litres with the rear seats in use, and at 1,170 litres with the rear seats folded. It's a respectable size for a city SUV and a very usable space thanks to a false floor that allows for easy loading. Underneath is a spare space saver. The cargo blind also connects to the hatch rather than the back seats, which means the back seats can be folded down to 60-40 split without having to get rid of the blind. The CX-3 is surprisingly small, seeing as there's limited room in the back seats, coming in at only 264 litres. The seats do split fold though to afford 1,174 litres overall, and the CX-3 comes with an easy load false floor and space saver spare. So what is the Puma like to drive? Well, it packs a 1 litre turbocharged 3-cylinder engine paired to a 7-speed dual clutch auto, and it drives to its front wheels. I have to say, this thing, it's really fun, it's punchy, and it is quite the smooth operator. It has a hint of lag on takeoff, but it's only momentary, and it is able to come alive really quickly. Steering is precise, it has great body control, and especially through those tighter turns. The overall visibility in here is exceptional, boasting a large rear view window and larger side mirrors as well. The driving position, which I've already mentioned, is great, and I also mentioned that the seats are very comfortable and it's at a perfect height as well. Speaking of seats, one thing that you probably won't want to use while you're driving, the massage seats. I cannot believe for a car at this price point that is included, certainly a standard highlight feature in the Puma. And one thing to mention, of course, is the fact that there is just a little bit of reverberation throughout the cabin for those sharper and harsher bumps. But other than that, overall, this really is a fun, a punchy, and a cool little car to drive around town. So how does the CX-3 Drive compare? Well, firstly, it's a completely different engine and sound. This packs a 2-litre 4-cylinder engine. It's paired to a 6-speed auto, and it's also front-wheel drive, so the sound was different. Have a listen to this. It's personal taste, but I don't really love the sound of this car. The drive though is great. What I will say is that you do not have to wait a second for it to take off. The throttle is instant and it has plenty of power. In terms of the ride and handling, I don't feel like the CX-3 has been as enjoyable as the Puma. The steering certainly isn't as precise, and I don't feel as though it was as confident over those bumpier roads. But the visibility is adequate all round, and I have to say that, overall it is quite an enjoyable drive with a bit of fun sprinkled on top thanks to that powerful engine. In terms of filling up at the Bowser, Ford claims 5.3 litres per 100 kilometres. We reported 6.6 after our time with the car, while Mazda claims 6.3 litres per 100 kilometres, and we returned a reading of 7.4 litres. All Puma variants come standard with 6 airbags, autonomous emergency braking with pedestrian and cyclist detection, lane departure warning, lane keep assist, traffic sign recognition, a driver impairment monitor, rear parking sensors, and a tyre pressure monitor. The $1,500 park pack fitted to our tester also adds adaptive cruise control with stop and go functionality and lane centering capabilities, plus active park assist with front, side and rear sensors and blind spot detection. The Ford Puma boasts a 5-star safety rating. Mazda fits both passive and active safety systems to the CX-3 Maxx Sport LE, including 6 airbags, blind spot monitoring, reverse camera, rear cross traffic alert, auto headlights, and autonomous emergency braking with pedestrian detection. It scored a full 5 stars from ANCAP in 2015. In terms of ownership, the Puma is covered by Ford's 5-year unlimited kilometre warranty. Ford also throws in 7 years of roadside assistance as long as you service your vehicle regularly at approved service centres. Each service must be completed at 15,000 kilometres or 12-month intervals, with the first 5 visits setting buyers back $1,516. The Mazda CX-3 must be serviced every 10,000 kilometres or 12 months, whichever comes first. The first 5 visits will cost you $1,775 according to Mazda's fixed price servicing schedule. All Mazdas are sold with a 5-year unlimited kilometre warranty, which includes 5 years of premium roadside assistance. So, in the battle of these two city SUVs, who takes out the win? While the Mazda CX-3 is not the leader in the class in the way of space and technology, it ticks plenty of boxes. If a good drive and value for money is what you're after, then that may just be the car for you. But we choose the Ford Puma. It's turning heads for a reason. It's not the most affordable in this segment, but it's technologically advanced, stylish, and a great drive. Basically, it's a crossover that brings all of these elements together in a highly appealing package. Thanks for watching. For more information on the Ford Puma or Mazda CX-3, make sure you head to Drive.com.au. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon if you want notifications for more videos like this one. Don't forget to comment too. We want to know which car you chose.